Technology, it's always so scary. I'm always like, oh, good, it's a blue button. It looks like it's all happy. Yay! I love it when it works. So, how is everyone? Welcome. Thank you for your patience while I got that all set up. It has been a crazy week in the Bertucci household yet again. We have been super crazy busy. We've had friends come and visit us. Jessie, in fact, stayed last night because she's heading off to Vietnam on Saturday. And then we have friends coming to stay with us tomorrow night. And they're coming for dinner because they're moving to Mexico. So it's just like, and then we've just had mum and her hubby stay. So it's just been, and we had visitors on Sunday. Hello everyone, it's so good to see you here. So yeah, it's been just out of control busy. We've had functions all week. We've caught up with friends on Wednesday. It's just, but anyway, we're here. Isn't that life now? Life is just out of control busy. But the one thing I'm very appreciative to all of you, because I love the flexibility of being able to say, no, I'm definitely going to do my live this week, but just change the time and adapt to what is going on in our life. I do like to stay consistent and keep the same time, but it's kind of nice to do a different time. So thank you all for being here. Those that are live, if you're watching the replay, please say hello. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy my videos and you want to see more creativity. Oh, this is great, Leanne. Yeah, I thought that it's kind of nice. I know I do need to help her while Jessie's away. 2 weeks, I'll be like, Bruno. It's all right, Elaine. I was a bit late too. It's just a busy world now. So how is everyone? Tell me about your week. I hope you were able to do a little bit of creativity this week. We've been busy doing some new card templates for you all that were based on these amazing cards that you might have seen on my blog. And what I love about these cards, or this new template layer that I've added, I am terribly sorry for all the errors in those card templates. I was like, oh my goodness, I checked this 3 times, and Jessie and I even checked it together. And I managed to get every single template wrong somehow. At least you all know I'm human. You know, I'm keeping things very real. I was like, oh no, I've done it again. So now I will enlist Bruno's help on the measurements. The one thing that it's made me realize is that I really struggle with measurements, like genuinely struggle, to the point where Jessie was like, are you serious? Did that take you that long to just do 2 measurements? And I'm like, yes, it hurts my brain. Measurements, particularly trying to get them in inches, it's like, what's 1/8 of an inch? What even is that? So, oh, hi, Carol. So nice to see you. And hello to Bruno. Bruno says hello to you all. He's in the next room, working hard. We never stop. It's great. This is the best life. We're just like busy, helping other people, doing lots of things, having lots of fun. It's the best. But yes, it took me forever to work them out, and I still managed to get them wrong. Hopefully, thank you to all those who messaged me. Thank you so much for all of your very kind and patient messages with me. But what I love about this new layer, and I'm going to explain it a little bit. Pleasure! Yay! It's good. I'm going to keep adding. There's another one coming very soon, another layer. So I thought I better not add it to this one because it'll all just be too much to do 4 layers at one time. But what I really love about this new layer, and particularly for those out there who love It, Chop It and are looking for ideas on how to use your designer series paper, I really appreciate that this new layer here is actually half of the Poppy Parade layer. Yes, it's a perfect half cut. And then we have the little matting that's been added in the rich raspberry layer. So if you have my card templates, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking in colors and layers. So this is our old olive layer, where the paper is, and then the rich raspberry is the little matte that sort of, look at that gorgeous little matting behind. So I've got that one in that colour. You might be able to see the matting a little bit easier in this colour. So that's the behind. And I wanted to show you today how you can use this exact design, really simple, really easy, and use Love It, Chop It to just do any designer series paper you can use with this basic template formula. So let me show you the card templates, and particularly I'm going to point out these new ones. So I've got my beautiful measurements over here in my size. So what we're going to do is, and what I love about these templates is, so you have your gorgeous grape base, which is the same every time, the base. And then my Poppy Parade layer is my go-to Love It, Chop It size. But of course, you could change the size if you wanted to. You don't have to do it Poppy Parade size. But I really like this size because it leaves a little border, and it's just really nice with our design, with our cardstock, to have something that's matching the paper at the front. Now our new layers that I've done is the Old Olive and the Rich Razzleberry. Now with these colors, what I absolutely love about this is that this Old Olive layer is exactly Poppy Parade cut in half. So all of a sudden you've got this layer here that you can use. You have a lot more versatility. It's a great sketch that you can use for a lot of different cards. And I'll show you exactly what I mean with our card today. Super quick, super easy. I'm not going to take forever with this card today because I want you to see just how simple it can be. Once you know and have the measurements, just how simple it can be to create a card, particularly when you just use the same, like a cookie cutter. Like if that becomes a cookie cutter for you, that you can just continue to use. I'm just turning on my switcher account. Remote camera. So I'm just doing the front facing camera. Yes, that's what we want. And I'm going to get, I have this gorgeous Love It, Chop It paper here, because I want you to see just how basically I cut down, what is this, Parisian? Where is my Parisian? There it is. So this beautiful paper here, I've done in Love It, Chop It card front sizes. And so they're already pre-cut, pre-done, which you've seen me put into our clear mount cases, which is a really great way to store all of your Love It, Chop It paper. Now, there's sometimes you might see a pattern and go, oh, you know, that one might be a bit insipid just on its own. But how beautiful to have that as a layer and then one of the other stronger layers in front. But I've chosen this one because this is one of my favorites. So I've already stuck that down. It's just your normal card base size and then the Poppy Parade size. So that's all done. And then we're just going to choose, and I'll switch the camera so that you can see downwards as well. And you can see exactly what I'm doing here. That camera was very dirty. And I'll pop on my light. Everything that could happen today was happening today. Oh, that's right. Jessie was using the fan. She goes, oh my goodness, I'm boiling hot. I'm like, are you going through menopause or something, Jessie? she kept getting so hot. She's like, I can't handle it. So I said, all right, I'll let you pull out the light. You can pull out my light switch. So we'll do split screen because I love a bit of split screen. There we go. And like so. Yay! So we've got all of our measurements here. Just do that over there a bit. Good. because this is such a great card. And seriously, if you just keep these measurements in mind every time you want to do these cards, because look at how awesome they are. And you can just do this exact design, but just with different paper, and you have a completely looking different card. And all the layers are, as I mentioned before, but I'll repeat it just so that it really sinks in. You need your gorgeous grape base, the Poppy Parade layer, and then you have your rich raspberry and then old olive. And then we're just going to do a strip across. And that's where our awesome new little mini cutter will come in really handy. I love it for sentiments. It's perfect for that. So hello everyone. Good to see you all here. So keep that layer, and just remember that you can use this with any designer series paper. And it's such a great way to ensure that you're using all of your paper and that your paper's not going to waste. Because once you have it, and I find this for me, some like to keep it in the 12 by 12, and that's fine if you know that you're going to be doing some like 3D projects or something like that. You can keep some of these sheets in the 12 by 12, but it's great to have it cut down. If you know that you're a card maker, having it cut down in this size just makes everything so much easier. And then from here, you can cut it into smaller sizes. So looking at this beautiful layer here, this is one of my favorites. I don't necessarily want anything that clashes too much. So that's quite vibrant and quite full on. So that's quite a nice, lovely sort of neutral tones. What else do we have here that I might be able to choose? Oh, this one's a nice one. I think this one might be one of the winners. So I love that look. What else do we have? Oh, that one's so pretty. Maybe this one. And then there's also the writing as well, but you just have to be mindful with the writing that if you're going to be using it for this type of thing, that it's not going to be like you'll need to change your direction, which actually is quite nice. Let's do that because it's, you know, a bit of fun to mix it up. I wouldn't normally do the opening like that, but that's okay. I really like it with the writing. Isn't that pretty? So then you just get your, and even your mini cutter will be perfect for this. We'll bring the mini cutter. Oops, hello. Sorry, little mini cutter. So if we just chop it at the old olive size, because it's going to be small enough to be able to do that. So I'll do it this size. And then you don't cut anything else, just that. And then that should be exactly half. So you'll see that both sides are the same. So now all of a sudden with this strip, you've got 2 cards that you can make with this. And then we want to do the backing. Now looking at this, I think it would be really nice. We have a few different options here because we've got some beautiful foil in the background. I think it's yeah, champagne foil. So it's good to use your beautiful foil and things like that. I've got them all here already pre-cut in the Love It Chop It size. So you can just go through. I've got all my different foils. So I want some champagne. Here we go. Here's some champagne. That one looks like a different size though, but that's okay. We'll be able to work with that. Oh, there we go. There's a good size. Let's have a look and see if this is going to be the right. No, I think we'll need the other one. Because it's interesting with this one, you'll just have to be mindful that you're probably going to cut into it a little bit differently, but that's okay because you'll always have these separate bits here. Like we can use that on the inside of our card, you know, all sorts of different things, and nothing will get wasted. You just pop it back. You can see here I've got all sorts of random different sizes, things that I've used with the thinlets, and it just goes back into my little box here, and none of this is going to get wasted. It's all going to be used eventually. So let's have a look. I might even see if this one, yeah, that one looks good. So I'll chop that with my little mini cutter, and that is going to be my rich raspberry size. which I've just sent through an update for all of those that are in the US. So please keep a lookout for that one. And I even added an apology. I was like, I'm so sorry. Seriously, I can't get it right. But we are only human. And the best thing about my templates is I do the updates for free. So just consider it a freebie. I know there's lots of mistakes, but it's just like, you know, it's free anyway. So no harm done. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, stunning. Isn't that beautiful? And so simple. And look, you can see how many different ones you'll be able to make here using this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And you could do landscape or portrait, whatever you want to do. Now, all we're missing is our sentiment through the middle. Now, you could change it up, and if you wanted to, you could add, instead of the sentiment, like what we've done, we could add a bit of mint macaron ribbon. But it's just amazing how all of a sudden having this layout, like we've gone from this to suddenly I'm adding ribbon and changing the direction, and so it just gives you like a bit of mojo, like it gives you a starting place. And so I was starting with this and I was going to copy it exactly, but in typical Kylie fashion, I've got on here live and gone, no, I'm going to change it. So that is the beauty of having the idea there, because it gives you that creativity, that beginning, because half the battle is honestly, and I'm sure you're all the same, it's just starting and knowing like what products you're going to use to start with. Like sometimes having too many options can overwhelm us. So if you're feeling overwhelmed because you have too many options to choose from, just look at maybe one suite or one bundle of products, so that you are really focusing on just those items. And then it just gives you a lot more clarity, because you're like, all right, I want to make a card using designer series paper. That is my goal. Which designer series paper? Okay, I'm picking my paper. And then once you've done that, you've got your sentiment, then you're off. You know exactly what you're using, what you'd like to the colors you'd like, and it gives you that amazing starting place. Now, what we can do, we have a few different options here, and this is how I like to sort of test it all out. So we've got this beautiful font in the background, and using something with the Parisian stamp set would be nice, or even the Thinlit, the Amore, would be really pretty, putting that along there. So there's a lot of different options we can see already on what we can do. I'll have a look at the stamp set. So we've got Parisian Beauty, and the other one with the, have a look and see what the other one is. But we've got some beautiful, ooh, I really like that one actually. Life is a magnificent adventure. Already that's popped out. So I don't even need to look at the other stamp set, because I've already found what I like. So don't overwhelm yourself. If you see something and you go, oh, I really like that, just use it. Just don't overcomplicate things. Don't make it more difficult for yourself, because the more options you add to the mix, the more difficult it's going to be to choose which one. So just go, yep, done, sold. Stop looking anywhere else. Now, our other option here we have is what color to use. Now, I'm straight away thinking I'd really love to use the beautiful, I think that's the mint macaron in the background there, but we'll have a look and make sure. Could even be the, because I've used the mint macaron ribbon, which looks beautiful with it, but I don't think it actually is mint macaron. It might be the, yeah, it's pool party. But I like the ribbon with it. So we'll just test it and see what mint macaron looks like. So there's the mint macaron, and there's the pool party. because it's good because they're both quite neutral, so I can just stamp using my basic black. So looking at this, let's test it. The best way for me, honestly, I do this all the time, where I do a little testing stamping. And remember, you can always use the other side if you think, oh, but that's a waste, I'm wasting the paper. No, you're not. You can use the other side, or even if it's just for testing, well, that's part of the fun. Part of the process of learning what you want to use and how you want to use it. And once you work it out, you could replicate this quite a number of times, so it's never a waste. And once you've done one card, I highly, highly recommend that once you've worked it out, that you then do multiples. And I do this on a regular basis because you've put so much effort into working it out, getting your layout, having everything prepared. Why not make a few of them and really make your time worthwhile? Because once you've worked it out, you've got your formula, you've got your layout, you know what you're using, you know how you're cutting, then you can just get into the flow of things and sort of really create maybe like 10 or 15 or 20 of them. I know someone who messaged me the other day and she did 300 cards all in one go. And it's so satisfying. And then you have so many beautiful cards to give to friends, family, random act of kindness. There's ones around the world that are constantly going through difficult times. So it's a beautiful gift to give. Now I'm going to get the Memento Black ink. And, oh, sorry, bumped you. We'll stamp that one. Make sure you can see that okay on the camera. So I'll try and do it as straight as I can. Like, it's not a big deal on the cardstock, because you can cut it down. But it just makes it a little bit easier when you're not having to chop every single side. Now we look at this. I think I'm just going to, I'll do a strip to start with. Again, this is all part of my creative process. And look at this gorgeous little mini cutter. It is so adorable and it's so perfect for this particular cutting, because you can use it for sentiments. And it was interesting, Bruno wanted to make a sentiment the other day. And he's like, oh, can you cut this for me? I'm like, grab the mini cutter. And he's like, oh my goodness, I love it. It's so versatile when you're wanting to just not use a thinlet. You want to just something quick and easy. You know what? I think we're going to scrap the mint macaron and do this gorgeous strip of this. I love it. See what I mean? You just play around. So we're going to cut that down to that size. So I think I'll do it the size of my that paper there. So that's the old olive layer. And that can go through the middle. And we could even raise that if we want to and pop that up so that that's really, really saying hello. But what else we could do here, because we've got some beautiful champagne rhinestones that go with this sweet. And so just to really bring it all together, we can add a couple of rhinestones if we wanted to add those in. You know, lots of different things that you can do. So we'll just stick this down. I'm going to put this one on dimensionals as well. And where are my big ones? I've got lots of little ones. Oh, little ones galore. Who stole all the big ones? Oh, yeah, we've got some there. Look at all these half-used little ones. Oh, my goodness. That's it. We're on a mission to finish all the little ones. So I'll do this one first. I love the creative process that all of us have. Like, everyone, of course, has a different way, but I like to show the actual process of creating, because sometimes that's actually half of our battle, is knowing where to start, how to make the most of the products that we have, and to really make our time worthwhile, because you want to use, like, we're so short on time these days that when we do get into our craft room, we want to make sure that we're utilizing the time that we have wisely and being productive. There's nothing worse than getting to your craft room and you want to de-stress and feel like you've got the weight of the world off your shoulders, and that you've been refreshed and enjoyed it. And there's nothing worse than sitting in there and going, what am I doing? What am I making? And then all of a sudden you're stressed out again and you're not enjoying the process. And it's like, that's a complete contradiction to why we want to craft. We want it to be refreshing and enjoyable. So being prepared like this and knowing exactly what layout you want, and that you can just change this same layout to make a very, very different looking card. Like, look at these two cards here. Who would think that that inspired this? No one would know that that is pretty much the same card, just using completely different products and a different layout. All I had to do was just change it on its side. So we'll put those on there. And for those of you that are watching and don't know anything about my card templates, you can click on the link below, and it will help you to not only know the measurements, but also it's just a brilliant guide to give you the measurements or the layout, like almost like I don't know if you've used sketches before, but I feel like it's a real life sketch that you can create and play with and go, well, you know, what paper do I have? How do I want to layer that paper? Like, you don't have to do the Poppy Parade size. You might decide, I'm going to do a layer that's a little bit smaller because I want to show more of the card base. So you could do an even smaller layer if you weren't putting this on top. So I love the versatility that you can get with the card templates, and it does definitely build your confidence. I know for me that, like, I haven't always been a confident creator, and I still struggle at times to be confident in my creativity, but I've found that these templates have really helped me to develop confidence, and then I'm not having to stress too much about measurements. I get to enjoy the process more. So yeah. Now, if I get a few of let's have a look here and see what I can steal here. Because Jessie and I were creating yesterday, and I may have created a little bow. It's like I already had it ready. Thanks, Jessie. I just stole a bow. So we're going to stick that down. How beautiful does that look? And it's that beautiful petal pink ribbon that's from this suite. Thank you. Boom. And I've used my little bow easy maker to create that bow, and I'm just going to stick it down with some of our amazing glue dots and stick that there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's better. If I want to, I can even go like this so that it's sort of on the side, and boom, snap our fingers and we have a card. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Like, it really doesn't need to be difficult. Half the time, well, in fact, majority of the time, we are actually the issue. We're the ones that overcomplicate things when we really just don't need to. So I'll put the insert, and then what I can do to create a little bit of excitement on the inside is we can use some of this beautiful foil that I had spare. I'm just trying to think where would be, yep, on the inside there. So got a couple of pieces here that we can use. I might use that strip because it's got a little bit of dirty there. And then I can use the other side. Back comes our little trimmer. And so we just got the Poppy Parade size, and then you just eyeball the other size. Now, what I love about this little mini trimmer, which, by the way, you can only get if you join Stampin' Up. So if you live in Australia and you're watching my video and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to have that mini cutter, the only way to get it is to join. And it's really exciting because at the moment we've got the amazing special. Look at this, it even lifts up. So when you're doing a small piece like this, it's so perfect because you can bring it right over to the edge. So what if we go right to the edge and then I just hold it like that? I can actually hold it down and then chop, and then I've been able to get this really small piece here that I can use on my paper. But it's such a great deal at the moment, the joining special. You do not want to miss it because you not only get the $169 you pay, but you get $235 of whatever you want, like whatever you want, you pick. Completely customizable. So you pick what you want, you get to spend $235, pay only $169, and then on top of that you get the mini cutter, and you also get the pack of paper that goes with it. Oh, that's so beautiful. The pack of paper, there's 48 sheets of paper that comes with it, and also a free stamp set of your choice of any value, and that's on top of the $235 that you've just spent. So it's so amazing. It really does. It even comes out on top. Yeah, it's so cool. Look at this. You can lift it even at the bottom here. Yep, both sides they lift up, and you can even, yeah, as Jackie said, you can even lift this and it comes like right out. So don't think you've broken it, because I did that the other day. I was like, oh no, it's come right out. But you just sort of, you can hook it back in if it does come out. For some reason it's not coming out this time. I think, oh yeah, there. So you just sort of pull it out and then you can lift the whole thing off if you want to, and then feed that back in to have it back in place. But yeah, it's such an amazing deal. It's only around until the end of March. So just make sure you don't miss out on it. If you genuinely know that you love the Stampin' Up products and that you're going to spend over $169 in one go, it's just the best deal. It really is. No matter what country you live in, like that's in Australia, but just check in your country what the cost is, and you're guaranteed to stay a demonstrator until the end of July without spending a cent. So, but you know, we've got a brand new annual catalogue coming. So let's be honest here. When a new catalogue comes out, are you going to be spending some money? Of course we are. We keep telling ourselves we're not, but we totally are going to. So why not get the 20% off? Like, it's just a no-brainer. So it's very, very, very good at the moment to get that deal. Look at this card. It's so beautiful. I literally had no idea. I said to Bruno, I have no idea what my card's going to be today. We'll just make it up as we go. And somehow we've got there. So I know it's a really beautiful combo, but this just shows you that when you have your layout, when you have everything in mind of what you want to do, that it really doesn't have to be complicated. Don't be afraid to craft. And that once you have a template, so if you're using my card templates, once you have those card templates in place, that suddenly it's going to open up not just one card, but so many cards are now open up to you to make. So you can do it like this. You can have it on its side. You could move this down to the edge and have it in the corner. And you could move it over the other edge. You could change it and go this way. Would it fit this way? Let's have a look. This would be interesting. I haven't even thought about it doing it this way. It would too. And that would be quite interesting. Because even if you do it like that edge to edge, that's actually the same measurement there. So that could be another idea using that template. So it's so exciting like the opportunities it opens up It's just incredible. Oh, you're all so cute. Thank you so much, Mary. Yeah, it would be good to do Afterpay, or would it, Karen? I think it would be a bit dangerous. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for all of your support. Please remember that you only have until the end of February to sign up for the tutorial bundle, which is going to be finishing. The subscription is going to be finishing. That option to get the 1 month free. Thank you to everyone who has signed up for the tutorial bundle so far. I know that you're going to absolutely love all of our tutorials that are coming up. We're just working on our one for next month, which is based on the Parisian Blossom Suite, which is this suite here. So that's coming up for March. But in February, we have the Peaceful Poppies suite that we've based our tutorial bundle on. You can purchase any of those bundles on our online store, and any shopping that you do in my online store in Australia, my Stampin' Up! Online store, you'll receive the tutorials for free. So it's a great little bonus. But definitely check out, if you're not one of my customers or you live in another country and you would like the subscription, then you're more than welcome to sign up for that. That is the link there to sign up, and it'll be $22 Australian per month for 4 months, and you get 5 months of tutorials. So it's really exciting. The other thing I wanted to show you was just a couple of cards that we did this week. You probably saw Bruno's amazing cards that he did this week. So this is using the Botanical Prints card. He used the handwritten background stamp there, and the botanicals on the middle, and even the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but he's got so much detail. He's used vellum and those beautiful laser cut detailed sheets of designer series paper that are in the botanicals. So he's done a really good job. Beautiful layering. You can see Bruno loves his dimensionals. He's got lots of dimension on this card. But again, he's used my card templates to get those layers and work that out. He's done this beautiful one here based on a shirt that he was inspired by, and he's like, I've got to make a card on that. So he created that one, which is amazing. I love the colors, the terracotta tile, and the, what's that one there? It's the balmy blue. We haven't really used the balmy blue, but I love it with the Night of Navy. Absolutely gorgeous, looks fantastic. And then I did this one here based on the annual catalogue shimmer paper. So if you're afraid to use this shimmer paper, please don't be. And especially with our little mini cutter, it's fantastic because I had some of it sort of hanging off the edge. And I just came along with my mini cutter, just cut off the edge bits. And it was so good. I just used my sponge dauber with a little bit of water from my aqua painter, and then just sponged on the back and then stuck it down. And then I've just used the little sentiment there from the, what is it? Something about laughs. All about the laughs. I think it's something like that. It's a really cute stamp set. You may have missed it. Thanks for the laughs. So really great sentiments here. Lots of really good ones. I used this one here. But yeah, really, really good. I love that one there. That makes me laugh all the time. We've been friends for so long. I can't remember which one of us is the bad influence. Jessie, it's you. So really, really fun week ahead again this week. We still have some awesome cards to show you, including, definitely check it out, but Bruno and I acquired a beautiful painting. It's an Aboriginal painting, and it is so special. We got it framed and put up on our wall this week, and Bruno was so inspired by our brand new painting on our wall that he has created a card based on our Aboriginal painting. So we're very excited about that painting. A good friend made it for us that we worked with during the evening gathering that we did for all our visitors from overseas. So it's I cannot wait to show you this beautiful painting and the card that Bruno created based on this Aboriginal painting. It is just the most beautiful painting. So Bruno's going to be sending it to the artist that designed that painting for us. So that will be pretty special, wouldn't it? Imagine like a card based on one of your, like, yeah, I just think it would be, it's like an artist giving an artist a gift. So very special. So definitely subscribe to our blog and get all of the latest updates. That's our blog there. And if you want to subscribe to our blog, you can do that through the subscription so that you don't miss anything. It'll go straight to your email and you'll get all of our updates. So that is us for this week. Thank you so much for being here. I've got my Crazy Crafters team meeting now. So if you'd like to be part of our team, we would love to have you part of our team because we have a lot of fun over there and lots of training, lots of tips, lots of suggestions that can help you to basically turn what you love into a business. So I know, Mary, it's so exciting. So we shall see you next week and I will let you know of the time. I'm sure we'll be back to our usual time. I know the painting is so beautiful. I'm so in love with it. And if you have any questions, if you wanted to find out any more information, please let us know. We're happy to help you in any way. And have an awesome creative week ahead. Can't wait to see what you've created. And thank you so much for all your beautiful emails too. We just love hearing from you all. Yay! Binging on my videos. Thank you, Carol. Yes, we've got lots of ideas for you. So I just hope that it really genuinely does get you creating because it's just so good for us to not only create, but to share what we love with other people. So are you creating? And if you're not creating, what can you do to change that this week? What goals can you set? What can you adjust in your week ahead so that you do create? And when you do create, who are you going to give it to? Who are you going to make a difference to in their life this week? Because there is definitely more happiness in giving than receiving. So definitely think about who you can give to. Well, there's a few, we might have to do a vote, and see which time is better. I actually think this is a very good time. So I will let you know what I decide. I'll have a chat to Bruno and it may end up being this time next week, but we'll let you know definitely. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your support of our blog and all of the things that we come up with. And we shall see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Mwah.